Hi everybody, so today I'm going to show you a quick project that you can do in about 5 to 10 minutes with only 3 supplies. So first you'll need the paper. I just use a scratch piece here. I use the water pen from Pentel. I only use the large size, and then I have my Prima watercolors here. So what you're going to want to do before you start is drip a little bit of water into each of the colors that you think you want to use, and then let them sit for a minute, and then you can soak up that pigment on your brush. And all we're doing today is we're just making shapes on the page. So I chose to just do rectangles and squares. So I started here with one color at a time with the dark blue, and I just started making squares all over the page wherever I felt like it. And then, so the trick with the water brush is when you squeeze it, water comes out. And so that's how you control the water. So it's minimal mess. It's a little bit trickier when it comes to controlling the water and how much water you have, but it's perfect for beginners, especially if you're just learning. So while you're doing this, you'll notice, and I want you to pay attention to, touch some of the corners of your squares or your shapes, whatever shape you go with, touch them a little bit, the different colors, and you can watch how the watercolor will bleed, is what it's called, from one shape to the next. So like this one right here, that dark green bleeds into the light green because they were both wet. And then you see at the bottom, the next one I did, the one was dry already. The one dark blue rectangle was dry, and so when I painted over it, you just have 2 layers, a layer on top of a layer. And so while you're doing this, just practice and kind of play around and figure out how the watercolor works. The other thing I want you to be aware of is this is called a wet on dry technique. So the paper is dry when you're painting on it. And so you're able to control exactly where your watercolor goes. So I'll do another project later to show you wet on wet and how that works. But this is called wet on dry, and then when you touch the colors, just pay attention to how things work and reflect on, no, don't beat yourself up while you're doing this. This is important. Just play around, have fun, see what the watercolor does, see what you can do with it. And just reflect on what you like and what was fun about it and what maybe was harder and that you didn't love so much.